السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, we are continuing from where we stopped in the previous lesson. And if you can remember, in the previous lesson we talked about the fi'l al-mudari, right? We talk about the fi'l al-mudari, and then we talk about we look at it into details, right? The various categories of it, inshallah. In this particular lesson, I think, and this is of course the last part of this particular lesson. Okay, so we are going to be looking at the adad and then the ma'dud. We have been looking at it, but in this particular lesson, as I said, we are going to continue from look at it from 21 to 30, between 21 and then 30. Okay, inshallah. So it's not anything difficult. We have been, as I said, we have been seeing it. We have looked at it several times, but we have looked at it from 1 to 10, from 10 to 20, and this one from 21 to 30. We'll look at it again, inshallah. So without wasting much time, we'll just start, of course. So as you can see here, they are saying that Iqra ma yali, right? And then we have the adad and then the ma'dud from 21 to 30. Okay, from 21 to 30. Okay, so from between 21 to 30, what happens is that if you look at here, there's a little bit of changes, okay, compared to those the adadul murakkaba, between like the tens, 13, 14, 15, those ones. Okay, those ones were a little bit easier, right? This one is easier, but just that a few changes are being involved, and that is what we actually need to know is that there is a general rule, and that rule is that the adad and then the ma'dud between 11, okay, between 11 and 99, okay, 99, the adad and then the ma'dud between from 11 to 29, the number you are counting, the thing you are counting, that's the ma'dud, is always going to be singular. In English, we don't have that. In English, you say, for example, you say 58 students. You add s at the end to signify that they are what? They are plural. But in Arabic, as I just said, there's a general rule. Between 11 to 99, the thing you are counting is going to be singular. The ma'dud is going to be singular. So that's why you see Taliban. You can see Taliban all across. But it is not what? Tulabun. I hope that is clear. Or Talibatun. I hope that's clear. We are not using the plural. We are going to use the singular. So when you just see the adad in the ma'dud between 11 to 99, you should know that it's going to be singular. So that's one general rule that we need to know. Okay. Okay. So let's look at a little bit of how they are formed. I mean, how it is written. Then we'll come and explain here. So observe, please. Okay. So I actually see that there are just some three rules, okay, three rules that we need to know to conjugate it, okay. And how is it? The first rule is that they have wa in between them, harf al-atf, this harf al-atf of wa between them, okay. So if I want to see 25, I'll say khamsatun wa ishrun. I hope that is clear, wa ishrun. So I will not say like previous, the 15 is khamsata ashara. You see, there's no wab in between the hamsa and the ashara. But here we have hamsatun wa ishruna. I hope that is clear. So that's the first thing you need to know. Between 21 to 30. Okay. Here we are restricted, but not necessarily just restriction. Even actually between the 21, from the 21 to the 99, there's always going to be wa. Okay. We're always going to say the same thing. Hamsatun wa thalasun. I hope that is clear. It's the same thing. Okay. Now, the second rule is that the first part of these nouns have tanween. There is tanween. See something. Salasatun, arba'atun, khamsatun. I hope that is clear. So there is always tanween at the beginning. Okay, they begin with tanween. It like if you look at between the adadul murakkaba, between the 11 to 20, we were seeing khamsata ashara, arba'ata ashara. You see, they were having tanween, but in this case they are going to have tanween between the 21 to 30 days. They are going to have 29. The first part is going to have tanween. Okay, so salasatun, arba'atun, khamsatun, sittatun. Okay, so that is the second rule. The first rule is they must be wa. The second rule is the first is going to have tanween. Wahidun wa ishiruna, salasatun wa ishiruna, arba'atun wa ishiruna. So there should be tanween. Then the third is that, but of course this one is mabni, right? So it doesn't take tanween. It's just like isnan. That's how it is spelled. It doesn't have tanween. Okay. Then the third rule is that wahidun wa isnani are masculine with the masculine madud, but there. Okay. So the rule is that, you see here, let me show you something. The adad and then the ishrun. The madud and then the ishrun, they remain the same. Okay. What happens is that, assuming you see Taliban is masculine, so here should oppose it. The first letter, the first number should have tanween, and it should oppose the thing you are counting. Okay, it should oppose the thing you are counting. I hope that is clear. It should oppose it. So see here, salasatun, but here is Taliban, not Talibatun or Talibatan. I hope that is clear. Not Talibatan. Okay, Taliban is masculine. We know that, and here there should be ta marbuta. So that's what I'm saying. It should oppose it. It should oppose it. The ishrun will always remain ishrun. For that one, it doesn't change. Okay. Doesn't change. Okay, it doesn't change. What have changes is between the number and then the thing you are counting. So the number and then the thing you are counting, the first added, the first number, and then the thing you are counting should have opposite gender. Okay, so that is the third rule. So let me just simplify it again. The first rule is that, we see they are joined by harf al-atf, that is the wa. Okay, so for example, you say wahidun wa ishrun, isnani wa ishrun, salasatun wa ishrun. So that's the first rule. There must be wa. This harf al-atf, it must be there. Then the second rule is that the first number you are counting, the first number, you know the number is into two parts. For example, 25. So the 5, like here, 23. That this is the 3. It should have tanween. So you see salasatun wa ishrun. It should have tanween. I hope that's clear. Arba'atun wa ishrun. So even if it is not feminine, it should be arba'un. Okay, arba'un. The tanween should be there, whether the ta marbuta is there or not. It should have tanween. That's the second rule. Then the third rule is not, how do you know that there should be tanween, there should be ta marbuta or not? The thing you are counting, the madud, if it is masculine, it will have ta marbuta to signify that it is feminine. It opposes it. But if it is feminine, here shouldn't have ta marbuta. It should be masculine to oppose it. So it must have tanween, and its gender should oppose the thing you are counting. Okay, so if here was to be Talibatan, I would have said Arba'un wa Ishruna Talibatan. I hope that is clear. Okay. So that's simply the 3 rules that we just need here. It's not anything difficult, right? Okay. So, as you can see, so we have Wahidun wa Ishruna Taliban, 21 students. 22 طالبا 22 students. 23 طالبا 23 students. 24 طالبا 24 students. Of course, male students. Okay. 25 طالبا 25 students. 26 طالبا 26 students. 27 طالبا 27 students. 28 طالبا 28 students. 29 طالبا 29 students. 30 طالبا 30 students. Male students, of course. Right? Okay. Okay. So have here اقرأ ما يلي ثم اكتبه مع كتابة الأرقام الواردة فيه بالحروف. Okay. So اقرأ ما يلي, read what follows. ثم اكتبه مع كتابة الأرقام. They want you to, you have seen that they have written them in numerical form. Okay, they want you to put them in words. Read it, but this, numerical, these numbers, pronounce them in words. That's what they want you to do. Okay. Arqam is a plural of rakm. Rakm means number. So even your telephone number is called rakmun. Okay, rakmun. So you are talking to a friend, telling him, "Ituni rakmukia, rakmakia." Okay, your number. Give me your number, right? So rakmun is the number. Even the telephone number is called rakmun. Rakmul hatifi, telephone number, right? Okay, so these numbers, pronounce them in words. That's what they want us to do. So let's do it. So we have here, as you can see, they say that fi shahri, in the month. So how will you say this one? You see that we all know that this is 29, right? That is 29. So how do you say it in words? Okay, so you just see, so 29 or 30 yawman, days. So you know that yawmun is masculine. Okay, so this should have opposite. We have just said it. It should have opposite. Then secondly, there should be wa between the 9 and then the 20. So there should be wa. So how do you say it? So let's begin. And now the 9 should have opposite gender to this one. So you are going to begin by saying tis'atun wa ishruna. Ishruna will always be ishruna, whether it is masculine or whatever case. It will always be that. So tis'atun wa ishruna aw thalathuna yawman. I hope that is like 29 or 30 days in a month. Okay. The second one, fi hadhihi al-hafilati, in this bus, 25 rakiban. There are 25 passengers. Okay, rakiban. So you see that this 5 rakiban is just what's the name? A passenger, and that is masculine. Of course we all know it is masculine. So here, as we said, it should be opposite. So fi hadhihi al-hafilati khamsatun wa ishruna rakiban. I hope that is clear. Jaa al-yawma 22 taliban jadidan. 22 new students came today. So how do we see it? Of course, I told you that. Where is it? What happens is that this wahid, where is it? This one, this and this, the gender, it doesn't apply to them. Okay, we said that they must have the opposite gender, but it doesn't apply to them. That rule starts from the 23. That rule starts from 23. I hope that is clear. Wahidun and Isnani, they will always remain, the same. It doesn't change. Okay, whether you are counting masculine tense or feminine tense. Okay, so take it into consideration. So جاء اليوم اثنان وعشرون طالبا جديدا. Okay. في هذا الكتاب, in this book, we are going to say what? واحد وثلاثون درسا. What do I say? ثلاثون. I'm just saying 30. I don't know why. في هذا الكتاب, in this book, واحد وعشرون درسا. Okay, there's 21 lessons. هذا الملعب, this stadium, طوله. Okay, طوله. What do you mean by طول? طول. What is the meaning of طول? Of course, we know that the ha at the end is a domir al-muttasir, right? So طول, what is the meaning of طول? طول means length. Okay, length, the length of something. So the length of the stadium, طوله 28 metran. 28 metran. Metran means meters. Okay, so 28 meters. وعرضه, and its art. What do you mean by art? With ayn. Okay, with ayn. When we say art with ayn, it means the stretch of something. The manner is width. Okay, the width. Okay, the stretch of it is expand. Okay, that's what we call art. So for example, when Allah is talking about the Jannah, okay, so Allah says أرضها كأرض السماء والأرض. Okay, أرضها كأرض السماء والأرض. Is weight or is stretch. It's like the stretch of the heavens, and then it's like the stretch of the skies and then the earth combined together. Okay, so وأرضه 24 metran. So how do you now say it in Arabic language? So let's go. هذا الملعب طوله, and then here will be what? So you see طوله 28 metran. Okay, then here وأرضه 24 metran. How that is clear. كم كيلومترا المسافة بين المدينة والمطار. كم, how many? Kilometran, it just means kilometers. This is just an Arabization. Okay, it's just an English word, but they have written it with Arabic letters. So kilometers, this is just kilometers. Kam kilometer, but here you have to be careful. You see the tanween, so you have to join it. I hope that is clear. So we're going to see what? Okay, you are going to see what? Okay, you have to say كم كيلومترا المسافة بين المدينة والمطار. Okay, how many kilometers of distance? كيلومترا المسافة. المسافة means distance. Okay, مسافة means distance. Okay, so if I say كم كيلومترا المسافة بين المدينة والمطار, how many kilometers of distance? I mean distance in kilometers. بين المدينة is between Medina and then the Matar, then the airport. I hope that is clear. المسافة بينهما 23 kilometers. So how do you say it? You are going to say what? 23 kilometran. Okay. Now هذا الدفتر طوله 27 centimetran. Okay, it has 27 centimeters of length. So how do you say it? هذا الدفتر طوله 27 centimetran. Okay. Okay. So we have here تأمل ما يلي, as you can see. So here he's trying to explain something. We have here مبكرا ومتأخرا. Okay, they are opposite things. مبكرا means early. متأخرا means little or late. So for example, if I say ذهبت إلى المدرسة مبكرا, I went to school early. So if I say ذهبت إلى المدرسة متأخرا, I went to school late. So these are they are close to adjectives, but they are not necessarily adjectives. Okay, they are something that we call hal. In Arabic we call them hal. Arabic grammar we call them hal. Okay, let me type it. You see. Okay, you can see here. This. So this hal. This one. This is what we call them hal. And hal simply means condition. Hal means condition. Okay, that is their how do I put it? That is the class in which they belong to in Arabic grammar. Inshallah, we will study hal into details in the last book. Okay, but here he's just bringing it as an introduction to do a small introduction on it. I hope that is clear. Hal, as I said, it means condition. So for example, most of the time you see kayfa haluka, how is your condition? Okay, but when it comes, so why do we call them hal? Hal because they gives the condition in which you do something. In what condition did you go to school? It's similar to like you went in a state of hurry. If I say mubakiran, it gives a signal that you went in a state of hurriness. Bimana, you went there early. I hope that is clear. So that's what we mean by hal. That is their grammatical class. They belong to hal. Okay. As I said, we'll study hal into details later. But hal is very simple. Okay. So let me give another example. If I say جاء الرجل راكبا, جاء الرجل راكبا, the man came riding. I hope that is clear. The man came riding. The word riding, it gives the state in which the man came here. The man, he didn't came here walking. He came here what? Riding. I hope that is clear. So that's what I mean by condition. So another example, if I say جاء الجريح دمه يتدفق. جاء الجريح. Jarihu is the injured person, the one who is injured. So the injured person came here. دمه يتدفق, with his blood gushing out. So that phrase at the end, with his blood gushing out, it gives the state in which he came here. I hope that is clear. So if you are a doctor and then you say جاء الجريح ودمه يتدفق, the injured person came here with his blood gushing out. As I said, that ending phrase, it gives the condition in which he came here. So we call it hal. I hope that is clear. So that is what these things are. We have not seen them before. We have not looked at this class before. As I said, he's just doing an introduction here on the hal. But later on, I think in the last book, inshallah, we'll study hal into details and we'll look at all the types of it. And we'll also, inshallah, look at how it comes in the Quran. We'll bring certain examples, inshallah, to explain it. But here is just, as I said, an overview, an introduction he's doing to it, but not necessarily explaining it into details. Okay, so let's look at the first example here. ذهبت إلى المدرسة اليوم مبكرا. I went to school today early. Okay, ورجعت إلى البيت متأخرا, and I returned to the house late. I hope that is clear. Late. Okay, so they are not zorf. Okay, zorf zaman. Okay, they are, as I said, they belong to this class. So ذهبت الطبيبة اليوم إلى المستشفى مبكرة. Okay, the female doctor went today to the hospital early. Okay. Now we have the 9th assignment. As you can see, كون جملا مستعملا الكلمات الآتية. كون بمعنى form or make. Okay. جملا, sentences. مستعملا الكلمات الآتية, using the following words. So they have given you some words here. Okay, use them to form sentences. So we have دائما, أحيانا, متأخرا, and then مرة أخرى. So these are the words. دائما means what? Always. Okay, so if I want to give a very simple example, I'll just say that أذهب إلى المدرسة دائما. Okay, I go to school always. I hope that is clear. Okay, then we have here أحيانا. Okay, أحيانا. What is أحيانا? أحيانا means what? Sometimes, right? أحيانا means sometimes. Okay, so if I say So what example should we form with this one? So if I say الطالب الكسلان يذهب إلى المدرسة أحيانا, the lazy student goes to school sometimes. Sometimes he goes to school, sometimes he doesn't go. So I'll say الطالب الكسلان, the lazy student يذهب إلى المدرسة أحيانا. Okay. They will have here متأخرا بمعنى late. متأخرا late. Okay, late. So how do you see this one? Okay, so you can just simply say ذهبت إلى المدرسة اليوم متأخرا. I went to school today late. I went to school late today. Okay, they will have مرة أخرى. What's the meaning of مرة أخرى? مرة أخرى means another time. Okay, another time. Maratun means time or 10. Ukhra, another. Okay. So if let's form an example with it. So I can see that Qara'tu hazal. Okay, so let me see. I read this book before, and today I read it a second time, or I read it another time today. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. I want to see that I finished reading this book, or I read this book previously, and today I read it a second time, or I read it another time. So how do you see it? قرأت هذا الكتاب من قبل. قرأت هذا الكتاب من قبل. I read this book يعني previously. وقرأته اليوم مرة أخرى. And I read it today another time. I hope that is clear. وقرأته اليوم مرة أخرى. Okay. So that's it. You can also form your own sentences with it. Okay. We should have given it to the student to try his hands on it, right? Yes. So you can try, inshallah, and then you can send it to the moderator to check for you, inshallah. So have al-kalimatul jadida, new words. Da'iman, always. Maktabun. Maktab is the what? Is the table or the desk. Okay, an office desk. Okay, but if you add time marbuta, it will become, of course, the library, right? Now, ardun. Ardun means what? The stretch of something, or the width of it. The width. Okay. Then we have here centimetrun. This is just centimeters. Okay, centimeters. Centimetrat. This is the plural. I hope that is clear. Fa'ala, he did. Okay, fa'ala, he did. I hope that is clear. Okay. Sajada. So if I ask you, Maza fa'alta, or Maza taf'al, what are you doing? Maza taf'al, what are you doing? Okay. So the verb is fa'ala, he did. He did something. It's just the word did. Okay. Do. Okay. Did. That's a past tense verb, right? Did. He did. So fa'ala. Okay. Sajada. He prostrated, right? Ahyanan, sometimes. So as I told you, there are 3 degrees. We have the first degree is da'iman, which means always. Ahyanan means sometimes. Then we have galiban, which means most of the time. Galiban, most of the time. Okay. Now, amilun. An amil is actually the worker. The plural is ummalun, workers. I hope that is clear. Ummalun, workers. Okay, or laborers. Okay. Masafatun. Masafatun is actually distance. Okay, distance. Okay, distance. Distance between 2 places or something. Okay. So I can see al-masafatu bayna bayti wal madrasati yani طويل جدا. The distance between my house and then my madrasa is very long. Okay. المسافة بين بيتي والمدرسة طويل جدا. Okay. So مسافة is actually, as I just said, distance. Centimetrat. Okay, we have seen this. This is the plural of centimetron. Okay. Now have metron. Metron is just meter. Meters. Rakiba, he rode or he boarded. Okay. When you ride on an animal or you ride on a ride, whether a car or a bicycle or a motorcycle, that is just rakiba, he rode. Marratan ukhra, a second time. Okay. Tulun is the length. Okay. Kilometrun, kilometers. Kilometratun is the plural. Amila, he worked. Okay, amila, he worked. Okay, he worked. But I'll come in and do something. Okay, I'll come and explain something. So if I say ana a'malu mudarrisan, I work as a teacher. Ana a'malu mudarrisan, I work as a teacher. Fi madrasati kaza wa kaza, so and so madrasa, so and so school. Okay. Raka'a, he bowed. Okay, he bowed. I explained this before. Okay. Now let me try to explain this in the light of the Quran. Amila and then fa'ala. If you observe something in the Quran, sometimes you see that bima yaf'alun. Sometimes you see bima ya'malun. Okay. So, or you see something like amma kanu ya'malun. Or sometimes you see amma kanu yaf'alun. So what's the difference? Ya'malun is from this verb. Ya'malun is the mudare of amala. Okay, or amila. Then yaf'alun is the mudare of fa'ala. He did. Sometimes amala could mean he did, or amila, he did. Fa'ala could also mean he did. Okay. Fa'ala is actually to do something without intent. I hope that is clear. I'm explaining this in how it comes in the Quran. Okay. Most of the time when it is used in the Quran, it means to do what we did without intention. I hope that is clear. Everything that you did without intention. So, for example, you just woke up. Okay. When you wake up, we did the dua. Okay. We did the dua. So, even though you did it, but without any intention or something, then maybe you went out, then you perform ablution. All this, you have intentions before doing them, like go to perform ablution. You have intention before doing them. But there are some certain things, they happen, for example, like when you sneeze. Sometimes you don't think of the action before doing it. It is actually part of you. Okay, so there are some certain things, you just do it without even, as I said, without consciousness. So that is actually included in fa'ala. I hope that is clear. That is fair. I mean, involuntary things that you do. But this amila, it means things you do something, but there is an intention in it. I hope that is clear. So that is mainly the difference. Okay. So for example, Allah says, وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ is from this one, amila. I hope that is clear. Amal. Okay. The deeds that you did with intention. It is a mercy from Allah. Allah could have just said, وَمَنْ يَفْعَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. Allah could have said that. But if Allah had said that, there are some certain things you did it, but they are actually, maybe they are bad things. Okay, if Allah was to hold us accountable, they would have been sins for us. But it is not that we did it intentionally. I hope that is clear. So for example, you are passing by someone and mistakenly you hit someone mistakenly. This is something you did, so this is a fa'al. Okay, that is fa'ala. I hope that is clear. So such things, sometimes Allah doesn't hold us accountable for it. I hope that is clear. So that's why you can see that particular ayah. Okay, Allah says that وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ, and whoever did. The man did with intention. Things that you did with intention. Okay, Allah is going to weigh it. Allah is going to show it for us. You will see it. I hope that is clear. Okay, so that is the difference. Fa'ala, to do something with or without intention. Okay, it includes things you did without intention. But amala is specifically you did something voluntarily. You had an intention before doing it. Okay, so that is it, inshallah. This will be the end of this particular lesson, inshallah. And for those who are using, as I said, this book has actually 2 editions. There's one edition that have 6 volumes, 6 or 7 volumes, and there's another one which is just 3 books, book 1, book 2, book 3, and that's it. Okay, so if you are going by the first book, the type with the 6 books, 6 volumes, then this is the end of the lesson number 3. This is the end of the book 3, and we shall be continuing book 4, inshallah, in the next lesson. We'll start with book 4 later, inshallah. But with those who are going by the 3 volumes, the edition that has only 3 volumes, book 1, book 2, book 3, then this is the middle of the book 2. For them, this is lesson number 10 of the book 2, and we will be continuing lesson number 11 in the next book, in the next lesson, still in the book 2 for that one. Okay, but as I said, overall, or at the end of the day, they both contain the same thing. It's just the number of lessons per book. That is what make them different. Okay, at the end of the day, we are learning the same thing. Okay, Jazak Allahu Khairan. Inshallah, if there's any problem, you can let us know. You can contact us. Jazak Allahu Khairan. وبارك الله لي ولكم في قرآن الحكيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.